Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
What's up, legends? My name is Azrael Eternity, and today I wanted to talk to you about player toxicity and what you can do to be a better player. We've all had one of those games where everything went badly and everyone blamed everyone else for it. Mid fed because of a lack of ganks.
First blood.
Top died because mid didn't counter the roam.
An enemy is legendary.
Jungler fed buffs to a solo lane because the laner didn't engage on a gank.
An enemy is godlike.
And don't get me started on the bottom lane.
Enemy pentakill.
It's one giant circle jerk, which is why you have to keep a level head and not go on tilt and play emotionally. Sometimes your team is not conducive to that. They will blame you and complain about you and say the enemy team should report you. These are toxic players. But what causes a player to be toxic? It can be attributed to any number of factors, including having a bad losing streak, playing a previous game with another toxic player, or being on tilt from something happening in their own lives. For whatever reason, this player is having some trouble and feels the need to blame everyone else for it. So what do? First, don't add more fuel to the fire. Criticizing a player that is already on tilt and flaming is never a good idea and will only result in more rage and wasted time. Focus on your own game and don't try to correct everyone else's. While giving advice might seem helpful from your perspective, other players might take it as you criticizing their skill or build. Even with the best intentions, it can go south quickly. Ward like your life depends on it, because oftentimes it does. Every player on your team, regardless of position, should have a pink ward either on the map or in the inventory at all times. Most players rage because either of a lack of skill in lane or because they died. By warding as a team, you can at least help prevent more deaths. Own up to your own mistakes. Sometimes you make a bad play and you get punished for it. When this happens, don't try to blame other players for not behaving the way you wanted them to. Communicate and move on. Compliment other players. Encourage positive behavior and hopefully it will spread and quell any issues the offending player has. A little nice can go a long way to improving team morale. Finally, if all else fails, simply mute the player. Sometimes there's nothing else you can do, but never, under any circumstances, tell the player that you're muting them. Then you're putting all of the burden of that player on your teammates, and they have to deal with it. Also, don't be a toxic player yourself. Even if another player did something wrong, sometimes the best thing to say is nothing at all.
Unstoppable.
I hope you guys found this video useful, and if you did, give it a thumbs up if you'd like to see more videos like this one. If you have stories or comments you'd like to share about how you deal with toxic players, post them down in the comments below. Until next time, take it easy and good game.